Hello. Thanks for agreeing to set up this interview. As you know, we only have a short amount of time, so let's go ahead and get started right away. Now, I know that you've been involved in some work on community issues. Can you tell me what attracted you to the community issue that you chose at the beginning of the semester?
That's a great question. So, I chose to talk about animal adoption from shelters rather than from breeders because I think it's so important for people to understand the benefits of adopting from a shelter. People need to understand the condition these animals in shelters are being put through and what happens if they're not adopted in the end.
Okay, thank you. Now, your materials also said that you were involved in a community issue team project that focused on a call to action. Can you share with me what call to action your team put forward and why you chose that call to action?
Yeah. So my team and I came up with the idea that spaying and neutering of an animal should be cheaper, which would end up in having less unwanted animals in the streets or in people's home that are given up for adoption in these shelters, and that results in overcrowding of shelters, which in the end ends up in euthanasia, which is a problem.
I see. Now, if I were to ask the other members of your team what they think your biggest strength is, what do you think they would say, and why do you think they would say it?
I think my team member would say that I'm a great team leader and I'm very well organized because we had to meet up and I was the one finding time for everybody to meet up and work on a project and I was making sure everybody did their task and I think that's why I'm a great team leader.
Okay, great. What for you was the most challenging thing about working with your team?
I think working as a team can be tough but also very beneficial. I think the harder thing was making sure everybody could meet up and that we were all on the same page and everybody did what they were supposed to do in order to get the project done.
Thank you. Okay, last question. In 30 seconds or so, tell me what your biggest takeaway was from Com 110 this semester. What will stick with you and be useful to you?
I think during this semester I definitely learned a lot. Before this semester I was scared to speak in front of a class or to speak in front of anyone pretty much. This class helped with my anxiety, helped me understand so many topics of public speaking. I think one of the biggest one is how to adjust your speech and your tone of voice and how you talk depending on different settings. For example, if you're going to talk to a big group, a small group, family members, friends, people you don't know, you need to adjust your tone of voice and your speech.
All right. Well, thank you so much for
Thank
taking
you.
the time to talk with me. We'll probably be in touch with you in the
Okay.
next few weeks or so. Take care.
Thank you.